Love is Blind predictions. Let's get into it. We got to talk about who we think is going to say I do at the altar. It drops tomorrow and I'm like, I got to throw out my predictions. So let's get into it. Well, let me introduce myself before we get into it. I'm Elise Bradley. Welcome back to my channel. Thanks for stopping by. And if you are liking this content, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment below, but be nice in the comment section, please. And don't forget to hit the bell to get notified every time I upload a new video. And that's all. Let's go. Okay, so we already know what Chelsea said at the end of episode 11. She said, I do. So we already know what Chelsea has said. Now it's up to Kwame. What is Kwame going to say? The last episode did kind of throw me off, I'm not going to lie. The last episode showed the beautiful words that Kwame put together that he said to Chelsea at the altar. The way he articulates his words is impressive. The way he described his feelings towards Chelsea, he was so romantic, endearing, and I didn't see it coming. Let's put it that way. It made me question what I thought he was going to say at the altar. He definitely talks about how he is making more of the sacrifices than Chelsea. I also don't know how he's going to say yes without his mother's blessing. I think that she is going to play a huge role in his decision. And I have thought that he was going to say no from pretty early on because I just think that he loves how much Chelsea adores him. I think that he thinks that she will be enough for him because of how she feels towards him. And when she's all in, she's all in. It is all about that person. She wants to be with him. She wants to do as much as she can for him. She wants to love them unconditionally. But when it comes to moving, she seems completely dismissive of the idea of moving to where he is, to Portland. And, she's got her reasonings, her job, that's a big one. But come on, you're probably not going to have a job when you get off the show. And then her family's in Seattle, and she has all these reasonings as to why he needs to move where she is. And I'm not saying that they're not valid, but it is kind of interesting how much she adores him, loves him, and wants to be with him. But it does boil down to him making more of the changes. And I know that the changes that he is making is a lot easier on him to make than for her because his job is remote. But Kwame, I have really thought was always going to say no for a while. But my twist on this is I do think Kwame will continue to date Chelsea after the show. I could see that. Micah and Paul. She definitely flirted with Kwame a lot in Paradise. Her friends, especially the blonde, I cannot think of her name right now, isn't a huge fan of her marrying Paul. And it's not because he's not nice. It's because she's not sure if he is the one for Micah. And she also made an ass of herself, obviously, in an episode or two ago. She got it together these last couple of episodes, I think, because she knew that she had made a fool of herself. But Micah and Paul's dynamic has been very friendship-like. I think that they get along pretty well. They both were in each other's normal types, which I think says a lot. They've been pretty consistent and all about each other in the season once they've come together after Mexico, and how she was very flirtatious, in my opinion, with Kwame. Not that Kwame didn't reciprocate some of that back, but I'm just saying in general, she was very flirtatious. I think after Mexico, though, she has really put all of her eggs into Paul's basket. She has managed to say how much she's fallen for him, how he's her person, that she adores everything about him. Paul discusses how they miss each other even when they're not in the room together. It's kind of gross, but good for them. However, I do not see them saying yes at the altar. I think that Paul will go first at the altar. I think that Paul will say yes. I think Micah will be second to answer at the altar, and she will say no. And we do have sources that have said it was on Natalie and Deepti's podcast that they have together. They said that someone ran into Paul and Micah in Scottsdale, Arizona, and that Micah spilled the beans on where her and Paul stood, and that Love is Blind executive producers forced her into staying with Paul. Now that's hearsay. We don't know that to be true, but that's what they said. And I'm curious about that. But her recent interviews, it just really does appear that it seems like they're not together. I don't even know if we really need to talk about Tiffany and Brett. I'm going to skip over them because they're going to say yes. I know that the next episode makes it seem like they're not going to say yes, but they're totally going to say yes. So we're going to skip over them because I think they're going to say yes. 100% sorry, Netflix, for making us feel like they're going to say yes. But there is no way in hell that they're saying no. If they say no, I'm going to be pissed. I'm going to be absolutely livid. I'm going to be done with Love is Blind. I'm not even going to watch next season. And that's a promise. Well, I'm going to probably watch Love is Blind next season. But that's what I'm saying. Bliss and Zach. They really are quirky, intelligent, logical. It's fate. It really is. The way Zach describes some of the correlations that they found amongst each other, like their mothers both dedicated the same song to them. I mean, does sound like fate. But Zach's just a dumbass sometimes, and he made a poor choice by choosing Irina first round. That it pisses me off. I want Bliss and Zach to be together. I do, because I think that they would work well together. I'm pissed he didn't pick Bliss first. I personally see that Zach and Bliss will say yes at the altar. I do think that they are a well-suited couple. So I guess we'll find out at midnight if anyone wants to stay up and watch it. I'm not going to. I'll see you in the morning. But everyone have a good night. Enjoy yourselves, and I will see you on the next video. All right? Love you guys. Bye.